Welcome back to another exciting episode of The Court and the Culture. Now let's talk about Starting Five, the Netflix series showing the inside lives of five NBA players: LeBron James, Jason Tatum, Anthony Edwards, Domantas Sabonis, Jimmy Butler. It was a really exciting series, and it gave me a little more connect towards the players, I would say, and made me even more interested in this league because you really got to know the highs and the lows and the middles, everything. So having that tight up connect, you got to see how LeBron makes sure, he's the great, he's one of the greatest, I would or say the greatest to ever play the sport. How he, chills, after the games when they're on the road, he calls everybody to his suite, all of them play cards or something, just making sure the team is chilling, bonding. And when Anthony Edwards became a dad in this season, he raps, bro, he raps pretty damn neat. Jimmy Butler, his relationship with his father, his domino theory, which I'll tell you also about, and about his music interests. Then you have one very interesting thing, till now you see Tatum, you don't really see a fierce competitor, but he actually is, man. And what he told in this documentary was that, okay, number one, a lot of unnecessary hate has come towards him. Yes, no, at this point, after watching the documentary, even I agree with him, it's a little unnecessary, and he really shows on how once he won the NBA, once, the Celtics won the NBA championship, he was like, it's like after 5 years, a weight has been lifted off his shoulders. And if you reel back to the clips of how when he won it, that is why he was just so emotional, throwing, doing all those celebrations, doing everything he can, because that was something he'd been waiting for. So much hate had come towards him. So he really felt that, oh, at last, the weight has been lifted off my shoulders. And I think that in a way has translated into his good game this season. Because I think now not having so much pressure on him and being at that, level once, he is flowing this time. He is unstoppable. I think he's one of the top contenders for the MVP. And he might just get it this time. Who knows, we see like a fierce Jason Tatum this time. That's something the full league really wants to watch. And one more very interesting thing. Anthony Edwards finally owned up that, hey, I cannot guard Kyrie. He's like, everything else is one side, but please don't give me ever, I will never take it up, but please never give me the assignment of guarding Kyrie Irving, because that man's too good and you can't guard him. He only took the, challenge on himself after like Denver Nuggets, after the conference semi-final, saying that, oh, I'll guard Kyrie Irving. Kyrie showed him. He was gassed. He owned up. He I was totally gassed in the game, and he used to tell other people, please go guard Kyrie. And that's how good Kyrie Irving is, people, and he's really performing this season too. I feel Kyrie is a really underrated performance this season, and you're going to keep seeing Kyrie Irving be who Kyrie Irving is. Now let me tell you another interesting fact about Jimmy Butler. He is working on his own country-based music album, and he has gotten artists from all around Miami to work on this album. And though they really did not show Jimmy Butler singing anything, but they did show other people singing in this, and you never know if Butler also gonna come in. And adding to that, they show that how Jimmy Butler's talking about how he got friend zoned by a girl because she went to Dubai or something, and he's like, what, let's make a song on that. So he's making songs on friend zone, heartbreak, and everything will be country based, because Jimmy Butler really says, and I also agree on that music really makes you connect with things in a different way and connect with experiences in a different way. And he wants to show out his passion project, which is why he's launching this, country-based music album, which is going to drop, you never know when, but it's going to drop soon because he's already started working on it. And it's going to be really interesting to see if Jimmy Butler himself has some singing parts in it. Now, let me tell you one more interesting thing about Jimmy Butler. He says that he's not even the best at playing basketball. He's actually the best at playing dominoes. He learned how to play dominoes at a very early age, and his father taught him that. And he learned how to do probability through it, he learned statistics through it, he learned maths through it, and he learned how to kick ass at an early age through it. And now till date he almost plays dominoes every day. And he says that dominoes has actually helped him become a better basketball player. And there are only three things a dominoes player can go with: what they have seen, what they are, and what they know. So what he says is that he sees the game in a slow motion and he sees it as a puzzle he has to complete. So every time a play is made or anything is made, he figures out on what he sees and he figures out how to fit that puzzle. So I think we all need to learn how to play dominoes to maybe play better in basketball. So that's another very interesting thing about Jimmy Butler. Now the new lineup for Starting Five is also out. Okay, let me tell you all who all they are. You're going to have Tyrese Halliburton, James Harden, Kevin Durant, Shea and Jaylen Brown. That's going to be a really interesting lineup. And even KD says in that why actually is excited to show people the inside life. He's like, I just don't want to show you all the glam. I want to show you all what actually goes through of becoming an NBA player. And honestly, out of these five, I am the most excited to see. Actually, I'm almost excited to see all. I want to see Jaylen Brown because how he uses music and rhythms to guard people. And I want to see how Shea is so damn consistent. He better have a damn kick-ass routine because of which he is where he is. And KD, bro, KD is a lethal bloody player. He's a lethal reaper. And he's going to go crazy. I am actually very interested to see KD also. And the beard. Who doesn't want to see him? The man who's the second most three-pointers made in NBA history now. That's again going to be really interesting. Tyrese Halliburton and all, I think is just going to be for the fun of it. Thank you all for tuning in for another episode of The Court and the Culture. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please drop a like, drop a comment and subscribe to Game On. Thank you all for tuning in and catch you on the next episode. Thank you.